guys, welcome to our brand new podcast series called Ascent to Freedom, where our hope-filled stories are fuel for your inspiration.
Improving the quality of life for whosoever is desiring to reign in life.
Me, Caleb.
I'm Zanuel.
We, as your hosts, present you
Ascent to Freedom.
Hi guys, welcome back to our podcast Ascent to Freedom, where we talk about freedom from all kinds of addictions, strongholds and bondages. I am Caleb.
I'm Zanuel.
And we are so happy to be back here again. So today we're going to discuss about freedom and discipline.
Yes.
So Zanuel, before we dive into the podcast, I just want to know, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing absolutely great. How are you doing?
I am good. I am good. Super.
Are
man.
you really good?
Yeah, I am good.
Wow.
As we talked about our previous episode.
We're always
Contentment
asking-
of heart,
yeah.
man. Contentment of heart.
We're
We
always
gotta keep
asking
it
each other,
content.
how was our week? How are we?
Yeah.
good, though.
We gotta look after each other, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I hope you all guys are doing good.
Yeah.
And you had a good, productive
Yeah.
week. And diving straight into the podcast, freedom and discipline, Zanuel. Discipline is a word I think, like, you keep on practicing it. Like, you keep on practicing
Yes.
it. You keep on developing it. You keep on learning something new. You keep on, gaining new knowledge. And it's a practice. It's an everyday practice. So,
It's like when you apply discipline in your life, you learn every day, you learn something new.
yeah.
You know, one beautiful thing I like about discipline, that it produces growth. The process might not be easy, but it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, it helps in
Yes,
growth, right?
that's right.
Yeah. So what is discipline to you?
Discipline to me, good question. Discipline, in simple words, discipline to me is sticking to a set of routine or actions, which produces growth, which helps you to become a person you want to become,
Yeah.
even when it's harder. Being able to behave in a particular in a controlled way, which involves obeying of particular standards or
Yeah.
actions.
Or we can say behave and work in a particular,
That's right. Yes.
manner, and obeying actually.
Yeah.
And
I mean, like, you can take this as an example. Like, let's say you keep practicing your muscle and it keeps getting stronger.
Yeah.
Think of discipline as a workout. At first, it might not be easy and you might face challenges. But as you practice that, you keep on getting better and better.
Yeah,
And
so
it becomes a part of your routine.
Yeah.
And you become stronger.
yeah. And so, see, I still remember, like, people used to say, Caleb, get discipline.
Yeah.
Bring your life to discipline. Get back on track.
Yeah.
I was like, why do people say get back on track?
Yeah.
So it actually brings you on the track of your life, like
definitely
where
does,
it's supposed to go,
Yeah.
right?
That's right.
So talking about discipline, as you said right now that it is about working out in the gym, right?
Yeah.
It's so true that it's not just when you decide you want to be disciplined, when you start working on some set of rules you set for yourself,
Yeah.
you actually feel tired initially, and it's hard,
Yeah.
it's hard sometimes, and it kind of feels like you want to give up
Yeah.
the initial days. But when you keep on doing it, as you said, like, it is so beneficial for our life.
That's the beauty of discipline. It's like, once you apply discipline in your life, it's like, even when you don't want to do something, even when you're not feeling like, even when the circumstances are not right, you still do that.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you're feeling, regardless of how tired you are, you still do that. Because you have this in back of your head, you have this, that you have to work this, you have to read this, you have to do this.
Yeah. It is very important to have discipline in life, like, it brings a lot of growth in you.
That's right.
It helps in a lot of, it helps you to grow in a lot of ways. You can say spiritually,
Yeah.
Which we're going to come in a while.
You said spiritually.
Yeah.
I want to share my story. Oh, you were saying something? You can continue if you want to say something.
Or I was saying that, like, spiritually, physically, and mentally. We're going to cover these areas. So, go ahead.
I will share my spiritual experience.
Yeah.
So about 2.5 years ago, I decided to, I decided I should just sit and I should just start reading my Bible. And I should,
2.5 years ago.
Yes.
Okay.
So I should just sit and start reading my Bible and start making journal of, whatever comes in my mind. I just started penning down every thought of mine, and I just started making poems and all this stuff. and I really enjoyed it. And that was the day, and today is the day. It was never a single day. And I'm telling this on camera, there was never a single day when I missed out on that.
Ooh.
Bro, even like when I didn't feel like to sit, I still did. Sometimes I feel that I'm being a checklist type of Christian. But, even if you're being a checklist type of Christian, it helps you one way or the other.
Yeah, it does.
Because, I've seen this quote on Instagram, which says that force it even when you don't feel like it. Because there's also opposite force, which is stopping you not to read your Bible.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice. Good, man. Like 2.5 years ago, you decided, and ever since you've been reading continuously, right?
Yeah.
Wow. See, like I'll be vulnerable here and just share that I always decided, and like it's like every morning I wake up, okay, I'm gonna read Bible now, and I'm gonna take notes, right? And for a few weeks I do it, and like 2 weeks I do it. Third week, I don't know, something comes up.
Yeah.
Or I become lazy.
Yeah.
Or I it becomes a very used to kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I eventually end up leaving it.
Yeah.
Right. And so one thing I would like to share is that recently something happened. Recently something happened, and I've not told this to anyone yet. Okay.
Am I the first one you're telling this to?
Yeah, you are the first one, and everyone here listening.
Wow, such an honor.
Yeah.
Wow.
The first one.
Yeah.
So the thing is that my heart was full of desire to read.
Wow.
Okay, I wanted to read. I wanted to take notes. I always saw my brother taking notes, and I wanted to read the Bible. I wanted to come in that discipline.
Yeah.
Right. And what happened was I was watching Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Wonderful series. I was watching it on Netflix, and what happened was I was like, there's my youth pastor. He came in my room, like, and he was like, yo, what's up and all, and we were just, sharing like, what am I doing? And so I told him I'm watching these days this Breaking Bad series.
Yeah.
And it's so fire, and like so cool. I'm seeing a lot of things in these, in this series, and it's so entertaining, And he just said one line, "Oh, nice." And he said that, I don't know why did he say, and I don't know how some people might take it, but this thing actually pushed me, and pushed me to be disciplined in one thing. And it's like he said, how much time does it take to watch this whole series? I said it's 4 or 5 seasons and a lot of episodes with like 45 minutes or something, long episodes. And he was like, I could have watched a lot of sermons within this time, span of time. And I was like, okay. And I don't know why that thing just struck me. And after that, it's been like 3 or 4 days. I've been disciplining myself to not watch anything, but for my growth, I've been disciplining myself to watch sermon.
I don't know why. Similar to this, like I would say maybe 3 years ago, my uncle told me something similar to this, and that just slapped right into my face. And that was a realization. And I was practicing 3 years ago too, but I was not consistent in my walk with Jesus. Was not consistent in reading the scripture, but slowly came onto track. So it's like discipline is something that you apply and you keep on trying. You keep on working. You keep working on it. It's like we are not saying that we are perfect in everything. We are not saying that we are so disciplined. We wake up early in the morning and we do this and that.
Still an ongoing process, man. Still learning.
We are still learning. And even if this is podcast we are doing, we're still learning in this. This is all the process. But discipline is something which helps you see growth in your future. So
what you said right now, that discipline helps you see the growth in your future. So it is very important to be disciplined in, something which will benefit you.
That's right.
You cannot be disciplined in, any random thing, which will not benefit you. You have to be very mindful of being disciplined in a way, or put your efforts in being disciplined in something which is very beneficial for you, right?
I mean, see, good habits are hard to form, but easy to live with.
Yeah.
Whereas bad habits are easy to form. No, sorry, bad habits are easy to form,
Yeah.
but hard to live with.
Yeah.
Right? So the best thing is that all habits are learnable. Self-mastery, self-confidence, self-discipline, you can learn all of that.
Yeah.
All right. And once you learn all of that, once the self-discipline is infringed in you firmly, you will feel uncomfortable when you're not living in a self-disciplined manner.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how it works.
Yeah.
That's how it changes everything. You can become anything you want to become by practicing what kind of habits. It's like you choose what kind of habits you want to practice, and you become that kind of person.
Yeah. I was reading the blog the other day, and there was this American old lady, 60 or 65, and she was living in an old age home.
Yeah.
Right? And one day she was watching a television, and in television she saw a marathon. Right? And I don't know what intrigued her or what, motivated her to do that. She decided one day that I want to go run in marathon.
Yeah. The old lady?
Yeah.
Wow.
60 or 65-year-old.
Wow.
Okay. She got running shoes and, got ready. Yeah. And she used to wake up every single morning and practice for marathon.
Wow.
First time she ran, she went halfway.
Yeah.
Second time she went little further than halfway.
Yeah.
Third time, and now she runs, this is a random story I read across. I was reading about discipline.
I mean, it's like discipline keeps you consistent, right?
Yeah.
Like how you're talking about this old lady.
Yeah, and see, it's like, what's our excuse,
Yeah.
For not being disciplined?
Yeah.
What's our excuse when that 60 or 65-year-old lady can do that? And it is just practice, it is practice. You won't get disciplined. It's not like, okay, Caleb decided that Caleb is going to wake up every day and do a certain work. Okay. It's not like that. I will do it perfectly every day when I'll wake up.
Yeah.
I have to know that it is an everyday process.
Yeah. I don't know why a lot of people take discipline as a punishment, but it's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
It helps you in so many ways that you can never imagine.
Yeah.
Once you get discipline, it will help you see your future more clearly. See, it's like, a checkpoint, a road. It's like you're on a journey and you're going somewhere.
Yeah.
And you see checkpoints on the road, like how much distance you've covered. So discipline is exactly like that. It gives you clarity of your future, like how much you're left to go.
Yeah.
How much you've come far. And it gives you a sense of motivation.
Yeah.
So, gives you a sense of motivation to stay consistent.
Yeah.
To stay on that path.
Yeah, so true. Like as you just said right now, it's a checkpoint. Like discipline, I believe, helps you in growth in many ways. Like if some of you wants to be a businessman or woman, if someone wants to be a athlete, anything you want. If you want to excel in your work, it requires discipline.
That's right.
Right. And the best part is that discipline is for your growth.
Yeah.
It's for your benefit, so that you can improve, so that you can get better and better.
Yes.
And one thing I would like to address again, like you just said right now, it's not like it's like something like good thing, like discipline is not like you said punishment, right?
Yeah.
It's not
A lot of people think that it's about punishment, correction.
They confuse it. They confuse in punishment and in being difficult.
Yes.
Difficult does not mean punishment. It is difficult to follow, but it is not unachievable.
That's right.
It is achievable, right? So discipline initially might be, a little harsh or, difficult. But once you get used to it, as you said, muscles.
Actually, it produces growth, right?
Yeah, it
reminds me of the scripture, which is I would love to read that.
Yeah.
It's in Proverbs 12:1, where it says that whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but whoever hates correction is stupid. It simply states that whoever loves discipline loves, knowledge, and it basically what it's saying that discipline helps you in growth.
Yeah.
And one more I want to say, this is for Christians. It's in Hebrews 12:11, where it says, "No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful later on. However, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it." So you see, we have to continue to train ourselves, not for approval, not for validation, because we are already approved.
Yeah.
We have to continue to train ourselves to continue to walk in that fullness in which Jesus has marched us out into.
Yeah.
To continue to walk ourselves, to continue to walk in that.
Yeah. So true. So as you just said right now, you have to train yourself.
That's right.
One thing I got reminded by training, I was reading this book other day.
Yeah.
Our youth pastor gave us that book. We were
Our
sitting
youth
in
pastor is
discussion.
amazing, bro. I love it.
Oh yeah, yeah, me too. So
Yeah.
so he gave us this book the other day, and like I was reading, and it was telling, like, coming back to the part where you said that discipline is you said it's a behavior and work, both aspects where you have to do those things in like have ability to do these two things in a manner, you know, in a organized manner, or you can say which in a controlled manner, you know. So it reminded me that train. So I was reading this book the other day, and it was saying how to train your mind so that you behave in a controlled manner. So you behave in controlled way. So you behave in discipline.
That's right. I mean, discipline helps you in many aspects, you know.
Yeah.
Discipline, I would say, I've written here, just a minute, it's written here. Discipline should be, I was going to say that discipline should be our lifestyle. I was looking for the words, but I can pull out. So anyways, discipline, as Christian, discipline should be our lifestyle, not just for some season and some season not. Discipline should be our lifestyle as believers. Because discipline helps you know, foster obedience to God's command, and it strengthens our faith. It strengthens our faith and cultivates this spiritual maturity and our relationship with Jesus.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like, see, the more you're disciplined, the more you're benefiting yourself. So when I was coming back to the point where I was saying discipline and behavior, so as I was saying, like you were saying, training yourself, right? Discipline and behavior, that writer said clearly that you're disciplined in behavior when you're accountable for your emotions.
Yes.
For example, if a man is angry, okay, any circumstance, even the situation or anything makes him angry, even a person, okay, anything makes him angry. If that man is disciplined, he will know how to control his emotion and sort it out and let that anger not destroy his work he's doing or his mood or anything around
personal
it.
relationships, right?
Yeah. And if that man is not disciplined in his emotions and in behavior, he will allow that anger to spread like a water and destroy everything. So it is very important to be disciplined in behavior.
Like, it's very important to keep your emotions aside when you're at work.
Yeah.
It's very important. It plays a vital role.
Yeah.
You know?
And one thing I want to add, like, you know what is the most important thing in discipline, where it begins with?
Yeah.
Where discipline begins with. Like, I want all of you to, like, think about it, like, where discipline begins with. Where discipline starts. What is the root point of discipline? It all starts here.
Yeah. That's right.
All starts in your brain. Once you decide that, okay, I've never seen someone being disciplined in actions first and then being disciplined in mind. We have to decide, we have to, stand firm to a decision. Okay, I have decided to be disciplined in this thing and I will be. Right? So first you have to have a mindset of discipline. Right? Mindset of discipline will lead your actions.
That's right.
Right? When you are disciplined in mind, okay, Zanuel has decided I will work out, and he has decided, okay, I will make blogs every day. Right? When Zanuel's brain has already decided, right?
Then I will put into work, right?
Yes, you will put into work. So it is very important to have discipline here first, then in action.
You have to make commitment to yourself.
Oh yeah, you have to.
That's right.
Right.
Well, coming back to the point, I want to know more about how discipline can help a Christian in his spiritual journey. How discipline can, help to continue this walk with Jesus.
You want to have the best example?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, it reminds me that way when you said that ultimate example is Jesus.
Yeah.
When Jesus was on his earthly missions, when he was in his earthly life, Jesus exemplified self-control, self-discipline. And we are to emulate that. Jesus says that, imitate me, right? And we have to imitate him.
Yeah.
So Jesus exemplified. So we have to do exactly the same, like how Jesus gave us the example, We have to just follow him.
Jesus took time to pray.
Yes.
Right? No matter how, like tired he was,
Yes.
or he used to travel a lot, and doing ministry and everything. He used to be tired, and like still he took out time
Yeah.
to talk to his father.
Yeah.
He took out time to pray.
Yeah.
And such a beautiful thing that we learn from Jesus. And now when I think about my life, is that like now we have like so many things. We have fan,
Yeah.
we have AC, we have vehicles, we have a lot of things. We have these smartphones,
Yeah.
and like a lot of privilege we have.
Yes.
So what is stopping us to take out time for
Yeah.
Jesus?
When Jesus can do that,
Oh yeah, man.
we should do that too.
Yeah, we have, as you said, that we have to imitate him.
Yes.
Like,
I mean, like Jesus portrayed a perfect example that if you want to cultivate a relationship with someone, you have to specifically, intentionally, you have to take out time for that.
yeah. See, one thing I would like to say, like, as we're talking about the Christian community right
Yeah.
now, how to be disciplined in Christian community, I want to say that how reading every day, right? And how praying every day, being disciplined in your routine that, okay, this is my time to read,
Yeah.
this is my time to pray, this is my time to spend time with him, how it is important.
Yeah.
And it just brings growth, right?
Yes, that's
If I ask you in few words,
Yeah.
tell me, Zanuel, if you read every day in discipline,
Yeah.
if you pray and spend time with Jesus in discipline, intentionally, not as if like, okay, I have time right now, so I will do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Not like that. Even if you don't have time, you make time.
Yes.
That is discipline.
That's right.
So what does it benefit you?
Actually, it reminds me of the purpose why I started initially.
What?
Why I started doing all of this.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me. I remind myself this.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. In a nutshell, if I were out to say.
Yeah. So it benefits you, and you remind
Yes.
yourself,
I remind myself for the purpose I started initially. Why I started.
and it keeps you
Yeah.
going on,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because initially when I started, I had this heart desire because I want to grow more closer to Jesus. I want to draw more closer to him. And I want to clearly listen to him because I've heard so many people say, oh, I heard this voice of God. I heard God speaking with this. And I had this desire in me because I wanted to listen to God. I wanted to hear what God is speaking.
Yeah.
And now when I have cultivated that, I can clearly listen what God speaks to me.
Yeah. So
I can
true.
hear that.
So good.
That's
so good.
beautiful.
That is indeed beautiful.
Yes.
So I want to talk to you now, you guys right now. See, so first step is you have to decide in your mind that, okay, I have to be disciplined. You have to know that discipline is for you. It is for your growth. It is for your benefit. It is for your betterment, right? And once you realize it, you put it in your actions.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you put in actions, sometimes what may happen is it becomes your habit. It becomes your checklist, which is not bad. It's okay if it becomes your checklist and it becomes a habit. It's good, but do not lose the essence of discipline.
That's right.
Being intentional, right? So, for example, if I study, I start disciplining myself in studying, right? For example, I discipline myself to study science, to gain something, because I want to learn something about, science. I want to learn something about chemistry, and if I do that, and there comes one point where I am, very used to of studying, and whatever I study, nothing goes in my mind. At that moment, I have to remind myself why in the first place I started to discipline myself.
That's right.
Then I remind myself that, okay, I started to take this step of discipline to gain knowledge, right? So this is what you do. And in spiritual life, I want to tell you this, that there is nothing better than reading your Bible, praying to God, talking with Him, spending time with Him every day. No matter you have time or not, no matter anything, you have to make time for Him. You have to make room for Him.
Yeah.
If God who runs the whole world, can come to you and talk to you when you call Him once, so you can make time for Him.
Come on, man. That's good.
Spending time with Him in word,
Yeah.
spending time with Him, listening His voice. And when you read the word, it's going to benefit you. It's going to make you grow. It's going to make you grow more stronger and stronger and stronger. So this is what I want to encourage all of you.
Yeah.
Read your word every day. Take out your time. Take out time from your busy schedule, or even if you're free, be intentional in being disciplined. Okay. If you think that, okay, I'm going to be disciplined. And if just because you're hyped up, you're pumped up and you're deciding to be disciplined, you're going to be, doing discipline for like 1 week or something. And after that, it's gone. You have to be very intentional in your discipline, right? And I would want to say one more thing. When you are in the process of disciplining yourself, be in touch with someone who is already disciplined.
Yeah.
Listen to the people who are already successful. Listen, how did they follow their disciplined routine? How did they follow their life? And, how did they live their life in discipline? So that you might keep yourself in a checklist. Okay, this is I did, this is what they did. This is I did, this is what they did. So this is how you grow. It's a step-by-step, progress, I say.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And in the end, we're just going to say that discipline helps in growth.
That's right.
I hope this podcast helped you in one way or the other. And I hope after this podcast, we hope that all of you are going to decide.
That's right.
All of you are going to decide that you are going to take this step of discipline.
Yes.
We're going to see you next week, and take care of yourself. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The contact details are below in the description. You'll find it somewhere there. Get in contact with us, email us.
Reach out to us. We would love to talk to you.
Yeah, we would love to talk to you, man. And see you in next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.